We greatly appreciate you being here, but we're going to get right down to business. Are y'all ready? Yep. So today we have none other than my brother on the call today. This gentleman, you all know his history. You know, at a point in his time, he was a senior system analyst, and he was flying more in a year than most people fly in a lifetime. And he was about to have a new baby girl, and he knew he had to do something different. And by doing that, he found ACN, and the rest is history. He's grown this business to one of the top positions. And outside of the business, he's continued to grow and help other people grow in their business, in their life, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. So with all of that being said, I don't think there's anyone better to be on this call giving us the blueprint today, none other than Mr. Julian Lewis. Are you there, sir?
First of all, it's great to see your face, Jabri. Man, that thing's growing in kind of thick. I like it. That's what's up. Everyone else, it's good to see. I see smiling faces. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, you good? All right. Well, before I get started, I just want to show some respect to my brother Jabri. You know, a lot of you understand that he assists and he supports and he takes care of things on the technical side. But what you may not realize is how invested that means he has to be on a consistent basis. If you've never run a city, if you've never run a weekly event, a Saturday training, then you don't understand. That means not only is he running the events that you see here on a regular basis, but in between events, he has to always think about who's going to be available, who's going to be on time, who's going to be ready to get going. It's always something that it has to be on his mind. And that's the part I wanted to focus on, because they don't know what that looks like. They don't know what that entails. So yes, technically he's on here supporting with the video, with Zoom, with everything, with the website, with YouTube. But in between that, he stays focused, and all of you are always on his mind, and supporting you is what he does on a regular basis. So can we give him a round of applause and show him some appreciation? All right. Now, I get to talk to all of you today about something that is important to me. I'm excited to talk about this because all of us can relate to the topic that I'm going to discuss. But before I get into that, just to give you a little bit about my background, Jabri said it, I used to travel all the time. I was a senior systems engineer. I was working 80 to 90 hours a week. I was averaging 50 to 60 flights a year. It put me in a situation where I didn't have time. I didn't have time for myself, my family, and that became a problem when my fiance and I found out we were gonna have a baby girl. And I never wanted to be the type of father that was only there financially and not physically, if any of you can relate. And so good fortune came my way. I was introduced to this business by my first mentor in this industry, who shared with me a system that allowed me to replace my six-figure income and enabled me to come home to my family. But most importantly, I was able to become the type of father that I felt my daughter deserved. I was able to see all her first moments. I was able to be there preschool, kindergarten, first, second, third, all the way through elementary, all the way through middle school and high school, and seeing her graduate from high school this June. It was bittersweet because I remember when she was a baby looking at her saying, you know what, I'm gonna make it so that I'm there for every moment. And I remember imagining what those moments would look like, and then to be able to be there and experience it was amazing. And so I want that for all of you. I want you to be able to experience life more fully. I want you to be able to experience it more present. But in order to do so, it's like fitness. If you want to experience moving around day to day effortlessly, you got to work out. You got to work out. It's a part of it. Or you're going to walk from your car to the grocery store and be winded. So it's a choice. You're going to either pay for it in the effort you have to put out on a regular basis in the day, or you're going to pay for it in the effort that you put out in an hour or less every single day. Does that make sense? Same thing applies to ACN. Same thing applies to ACN. So what am I talking about? Well, most people forget what it means to be brand new. And so we're talking about being brand new today. Now, some of you might say, I'm old, and I'm not talking about age, so don't look at me crazy. I'm old. I've been in for a long time. I'm not new. I'm old. No, we're going to talk about you being brand new too, right? And we're going to talk about what that looks like, because sometimes we get so comfortable being in ACN, being understanding all the acronyms, understanding the some will, some won't, so what, understanding all of these things that we say, that we get away from doing the things that make you successful. The irony is those are the only things that someone is focused on when they're new. Okay. And so we want to go back to being new. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that for a lot of you that are new, first of all, I see some new faces. And wait. I made a mistake. Time out. I see way too many people that aren't on camera. I'm about to turn my camera off. This is not even fair. Like, are you serious? Millicent, I thought we were cool. Like, what happened? Denny Payne. Man, I haven't seen y'all in a while. Y'all just gonna keep your camera off? It's like I'm talking to someone with a bag on their head. Can you imagine, Millicent, I'm sitting there talking with you and you have a bag on your head? That's almost borderline disrespectful. Madeline, thank you. Mary Perez, where are you at? I want to see you. Tom, Susan, I want to see you guys. I haven't seen you forever. Tracy Gilmore, Brian Baker, I'm going to have to talk to you about Tracy. I can't see her. All right. Mary Perez, I'm going to need to see y'all. Okay. And here's why. It's because I'm going to need some interaction as we talk about this. All right. I'm going to need some interaction. So you can turn your camera off all the rest of the week. But when I come on, I'm going to wait. I'm going to start waiting. We won't start until everyone I see has their camera on. That's going to be scary. We might be on not starting until 9:30. So we'll see what happens though next Tuesday or next Thursday. So one of the things that people don't, I don't want to forgive y'all. I brushed my hair just for you. Thank you. Let's go. Who else? Just go get a brush real quick. And if you get on wild, it's okay. It's okay. We're family, right? We're family. It's summertime. Usually that's when the reunions happen. And we woke up and we're not out the house yet, right? So I get to see you in your in-house self. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So let's get going. So one of the most important things about being new or being brand new all over again is creating a success story. Okay. We need to talk about it. Creating a success story is so important. And a lot of new people don't understand why. And so when their leaders try to teach them and try to make them move a little faster than they really want to, there's usually a fight. So what I want to do right now is I want to talk to you if you're brand new, and I want to talk to you if you're a leader that has somebody that's new that you want to help to create results with. When you ask somebody, hey, if do you want to be successful when you join ACN, most people are going to say yes. But moving fast is uncomfortable. So when you push someone to move faster than they're comfortable, they're going to give you pushback. They're going to say, I don't need to move this fast. Some of them are going to say, listen, you don't understand. I don't have an issue with how long it takes me. That's what we call cap. Do you all know what that means? Okay, look it up. You'll figure that out. So just ask Google what cap means. That's cap. So they say, I don't need the money. That's cap. They say, I don't need to move that fast because I'm in this situation in my life and I'm comfortable. The only reason why they're saying all of these things is because they don't understand what it takes to be successful. It's someone who's never had success in an industry joining Marvetta. Someone that has no success in the industry, has no experience in the industry, making assumptions of what they think is important to be successful in that industry. So I want to be clear with everyone that's brand new right now. And I'm not going to call you out if you're brand new. I just really need you to turn your volume up and listen to me very clearly or very carefully right now. The most important thing, one of the most important things you can do to have long-term success in your ACN business is to create a success story in the very beginning that deals with speed. Okay, so actively building with new people in the business, I want to see that you're a nurse. I need to see some nurse stuff, Tracy Gilmore. I need to see it. So anyway, actively building the business, here's what happens. I tell someone, we're going to go faster than you're comfortable with. And they're going to say, I don't want to go that fast. I don't need to. And this is what I'm going to explain to them. Listen, we're not going fast because you need to go fast for you. We are going fast because we need to set the pace for your team and your business. We're not going fast because you necessarily need to go fast for you financially, but we need to go fast because you need your business to thrive. And there's a certain speed at which you need to hit certain goals in order for your business to thrive. Because people don't do what you say, they do what you do. And they're not going to do what you do at the level that you did it. They're usually going to do it a little bit less than you. So if that's the rule of thumb, Marvetta, Lurleen, if that is the rule of thumb, then we need to make sure you go as fast as humanly possible. So if they're going a little bit less than you, it's still fast. Does that make sense? Now, here's why it's so important. Diana, I know you and Dave are good, but here's why it's so important for you to move fast. It's because there are going to be people that join you and Dave's team that need the money right now. There are going to be people that join you and Dave's team that need to go fast. And if the speed of the leader determines the speed of the team and you're deciding to go slow because you're only thinking of you, that means that your team is going to go slower than you do because they're going to do just a little bit less than you. So now all these people that you want to be successful won't be successful because they're not going to be listening to their words. They're going to be listening or watching your actions. So anytime that I build with someone, I'm building fast. Not because I need to build fast for me, not because I need the money right now financially, not because I need any of those things, but my business needs speed in order for it to thrive. And most people don't realize that. And so they're counterproductive. They fight the success in their own business because what they're really saying is, I'm uncomfortable and I don't like it. And now because I'm so used to it in my job, in my traditional business, and my other stuff that I've been doing for years, I'm so used to being in my comfort zone. And this is the first time as an adult in years that I've been out of it and I don't like it. I'm used to looking like the expert. I'm used to looking experienced. I'm used to looking polished. And I'm uncomfortable being uncomfortable. That's what they're really saying. And so you have to know what they're really saying so that you can address it at that level so that you can help them out of it to get to where they need to go. Most people are saying, oh no, this is just the way you have to do it. I'm not 3 years old. Explain to me why. Most people can't explain why, so they just try to make you do it. It's like a parent that just says, you do it because I say so. it'll work right then, but then you'll have an ignorant adult that you raised, and now it's their fault they're ignorant, but it's really yours. They never knew why. They never knew why. And so what I found is if you can get great at explaining to people why, then they'll see the value for themselves and they'll own it. Hey, we got to go faster than you want to go because we need to set this pace for your team to go. And if your team has a pace of getting to executive team leader in 7 days, you're going to have a thriving business because everyone's going to be making money. So a lot of people say, it's hard to get back to. It's hard to get back to being new. And so what I'm going to recommend is that you never fall out of being new. You never fall out of phase one. See, a lot of my friends, they'll ask, it's like, how can you relate so well to your daughter and her friends and younger people? And I tell them, it's because I never stopped being a kid. Y'all became adults. I've been telling my daughter forever, I'm a kid like you. I just have more responsibilities. The only difference is I've been here longer. We put too much on that. And so we act different. What I'm asking you to do is act brand new. Isn't it interesting that all of the most successful people know this? Isn't it interesting that the most well-known spiritual leaders know this? Be childlike. But we so fast to want to what? Be adult-like. Be new. That's the moral of the story. Be new. And with being new, that means having courage to be uncomfortable. When I go and work out, you know what I know? I know I'm going to be uncomfortable. And I know it's temporary. Those two things are true. And I've become comfortable understanding that. So with your AC in business, you just need to be okay with the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable and know that it's temporary, but it's necessary. If you can settle that inside of your heart and your mind, you're going to have a lot of success. And then you know what you're going to do? You're actually going to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I get excited when there are challenges that pop up that are unknown, because you know what unknown challenges usually do? They reveal the blind spots you have. When there are things that come up that you've never anticipated, that's the last time that you could never anticipate it, because now you have seen something new. But none of those things can ever happen if you stay in a box somewhere off in the corner, just trying to do things like you've always done them. Be new. I'm going to give you an example. There's a new app that Meta came out with. Some of you already know. It's called Threads. Some of you are like, what is that? Threads is a competitor to Twitter. And Threads has a lot of momentum right now. They went live, and in 2 hours, they had over 2 million people on. Energy, people who like new things, people who don't like old things, people who are excited. Guess what? They're all on Threads right now. That's an extremely great energy. But some people that I'm telling you this to are already thinking negative. Another social media platform? Oh my gosh. I don't want it. I don't want social media. I don't even want Facebook. And I'm telling you right now, those that don't learn how to interact on the platforms where the people are showing up will become obsolete. Period. Period. Some of y'all, I hear people say I'm too old for that, and they're younger than me. And I'm like, what are you talking about right now? Just because you got more grades, that's not my fault. That's genetics. Show up be new, keep learning. Listen, keep learning, learn new things over and over, keep learning. Why? Because it's what keeps you fresh and attractive to people. They're gonna see and feel something different in you. There's gonna be a youthful energy in you no matter what age you are if you constantly learn new things. If you don't, you're gonna have a dated, stale energy. Listen, I'm just being as blunt as I can with everyone. You know how you can tell whether you have a stale energy or not in ACN? It's gonna mess you up. You know how you can tell? Please don't drag me. Please don't hurt me. Is it all right? Can I be honest with you guys? Look at your team. Look at your team. If there's no forward movement, if there's no growth, if the team is old and stagnant, and I'm not talking about age, that means you stopped being youthful, you stopped being new. And when you stop those things, just like life, your business dies. So all the things that I'm sharing are life principles, but I promise you, they have everything to do with your business. We start to create echo chambers. We have other old people around us. And then it's cool being old, and then we can't understand Gen Z, and we can't understand these young people. Yes, we can. They're just recreating in their image, just like we did in ours. Do you understand that? So if you can understand that they're taking something and making it their own, just like you did, then they're doing the same thing you are. And you can relate if you decide to be open-minded. It's not that they're different that's the issue. It's that you focus on their differences that's the issue. Figure out the similarities. Get around more young people and let them help you become young again. And in your business, get around some new people so that you can become new again. They're gonna ask you questions. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. When you have a kid that finally starts talking, we know there are two words that are their favorite. First one is no, right? And the second one is just one more letter. Why? Those are the two most important words. And look, all the parents nodding. Two most important words to parents. And guess what? Surprise. You're going to hear that the most from your new IBOs. Oh my goodness. And if you don't figure out how to connect, it's just going to be a fight. Is this making sense? I hope this is really, really simple. And you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought about this. Wow. So if I tell my 2-year-old daughter, when she's 2, just because, it's going to frustrate her. That's what it sounds like when people say, I need you to be coachable just because. I know better because I'm me and I'm a leader. Man, get out of here with that. I'm a grown man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? You have to do better than that. You're not going to come at me like that. Just follow you blindly just because. I get what you're saying, but I'm going to need a little more explanation. Why is this important? Why should I focus on this? Why is this valuable? Why will this help me long term? Why am I giving you all these whys? James, because I want you to think about these answers, asking the questions to yourself so you'll know how to answer them when your new people show up. And then, because you have new people, they're going to ask you some whys that you never even thought of. And you know what that's going to help you? It's going to help you to get clear on what you're doing. And that's going to keep you fresh. So it's just another way of talking about phase one and why it's so important. But I wanted to address it that way because we will hear phase one so much that we phase out of the conversation because it becomes white noise. Be new. It's way more fun than being stagnant, right? Do you like fresh fruit or rotten fruit? You like fresh bread or old bread? Then why you want to be stagnant? Be new. It's more attractive to everyone else anyway. Stay fresh. But listen, that's pretty much it for today. Here's what I'm going to be doing. I want you guys to know something. I'm going to send a link to Mr. Jabri Clemens. And for next week, there on Monday, you're going to see something go out. On everyone on the WhatsApp. Are you guys on the WhatsApp? Okay. It's going to be either Monday or Wednesday, one of those days. It's going to go out. And there are going to be 3 topics that you can choose from. And you get to choose whatever topic that you may be struggling with, that you want more clarity with. And it's not going to be a product topic. I'm going to tell you that right now, because that's what YouTube and ACN University is for. It's going to be about how to talk to people, how to present, things like that. So you're going to get to pick from one of those topics. And the one that has the highest is the one that we're going to be talking about next Thursday. So in other words, for me from now on, whenever I'm on these calls, you're going to be choosing what we talk about based on what's important. So if you're not on Mr. Al Thomas's WhatsApp, get on it. Get on it. Because you won't have an opportunity to choose. Okay? Is that fair, everyone? Who likes that? Do you guys like that? You have some input in that? Okay, and for those of you, if anybody inboxes me asking me about some customer stuff, I'm gonna block you, okay? I'm just being honest. So just go to ACN Compass and watch all the videos. Just pretend like it's YouTube University and get dialed in on the customer. Just go to the product drop down, and then you can get all of that right there. Every video you need on products is going to be there, but I want to go real as fast as I can with how to build this business. So we're going to be doing that for the rest of the month. Also, don't forget, we're going to be doing a special training this Saturday. So if you have anybody that's brand new, we're going to go over the basics so that they can go as fast as humanly possible. We're going to cut out all the fat and only focus on what will make them go breakneck speed. And that's going to be talked about Saturday. So you have an opportunity to get all your new people on there as well as yourself so that you can do that. So with that being said, Mr. Clemens, thank you so much. Thank you and Mr. Thomas for allowing me to be on. Juan Carlos, I need some fruit too, man. You over there, I see you. But anyway, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for jumping on. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday.